Okie welcome to the Kuadrant Community Call, Tuesday, July the 2nd, 2024. And we have a pretty empty agenda. Feel free to add stuff to it in real time. And I guess for the moment, it's kind of like practical stuff, really. So I thought, okay, let me play a little bit like in Slack. There's this new feature that you can create lists, basically. It's nice, and I thought I want to be able to for us to know which conferences we apply for, and also just like to hint people, like it's good to apply for something that seems interesting. It doesn't have to be a huge conference. Everybody. Um, uh, I did do this in the open. Might be questionable. Maybe this is our secret sauce, and we don't want people to see all the declined talks. We can talk about that. We can make it private. But I thought, okay, I think we have nothing to hide here, so that's why it's there. Any question on that? Also, yeah, I'm not sure if you have write access. I think so. I think you can even add columns if I'm forgetting something. Like, for example, I didn't add a specific column for where the conference is, but I just put it in the title. Or any feedback, let me know. I just think it's nice that we have more of kind of an overview. I will add more conferences to it because I have a list of ones where I think nobody applied yet, and just as a trigger for people to submit a talk. Alex, you want to say something? I can just see it in your face. No?
Okay. I am reading code.
Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Second one, I was wondering, there are some gateway API issues that are mentioned in this document, well, in various places actually, and I'm wondering if we're on top of this. There is, for example, this is an example one. Like there is one with I think if I remember correctly, Craig made a last comment there, and then kind of died down. Oh no, that's not this one. Sorry, I don't think so. Right. Okay, no, that was not this one. There was another one. So, well, anyway, I'm just like everybody who's involved in issues on Gateway API, to not forget about them. I think there was one where Craig was working on something. I'm not sure if Craig is in the call. And I'm wondering, maybe like as a secondary question, should we have some reserved time in this call to go over those things, or is that just double work and not needed? Ideas, let me know. So I'm just sharing my thoughts, which are not completely finalized yet, I guess. And then as a third and final practical thing, don't forget there's a Gateway API call right after this one. I'm sure there's some gap between it because given that was also the end of this agenda, this call will be very short. Nobody. Yes, Paul raised his hand. Thank you, Paul. Go.
Sorry, I did that by accident. Only joking. Yeah, so with CNCF, so obviously we had our application, it was voted in favor. I reached out to the folks on CNCF side just asking for what the next steps are. So this week we can expect them to reach out with respect to an onboarding checklist. So yeah, as soon as we have that, I'll look to share it with this group.
Cool. Thanks. And thanks again for the work there. That's super nice. It's somehow the whole process is still not completely clear to me, but like we somehow did it, right? Good. Anybody else?
On the previous topic, Thomas, yeah. I think it's nice that if we could come up with a list of issues of interest in Gateway API. And in fact, because we do have a meeting dedicated to, among other stuff, to do that, I'll make sure to include in the agenda for the next one, which will be on Thursday. So yeah, those ones that you mentioned are definitely important. The one on named route rules, I think the one that you're linking there, if I'm not wrong, is the one for support for query parameters as a filter. I think that one was rejected for 1.2, but it's still relevant. But also, there's another one that has been getting some traction lately, which is the one for merging gateways. I think that's also very interesting for us. And then there is Craig's on the DNS policy. But those are only the ones that I can remember off the top of my head right now. I'll make sure that we scan the repo and get a list of issues to follow.
And should we do that like in this call, or you want to keep that in the other call?
Well, we can do it now. I mean, I'm okay with it. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I guess I want to try to have and it doesn't have to be every time, but like to just have reserve a little part of this call also just for us to talk about how we are, contributing back. We could also talk about, for example, well, really any upstream issues, but like I'm thinking not just upstream issues related to Kuadrant, but also related to Gateway API, related to supporting other implementations, related to conferences, the whole. We are an open source project and we want it to be as successful. And we still have no external people joining, I think. Maybe somebody listens to this recording, but we have to work on that, and let's do it in the open.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to list the ones that I mentioned here. If anybody could help with the actual references when you just search in the Gateway API repo.
I can help after the call. Yep.
And also, please add ones that are not in the list.
Anything else, Guy? Or that was it?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Then I'd say we leave it here. And thank you, everybody, and see you next week. Take care.
Thanks, all.
Okay then. Bye.
Jason.